So a friend of mine just told me this story, and I had a revelation about it. A story of his friend. So his friend he got this bike back in the day. He got a bike, motorcycle, really big one, man, nice and heavy. And the guy was really intimidated about driving this bike. And his other friends, they wanted to drive it, so they got on the bike and they started cruising around and really enjoying that bike. But the guy who owned the bike, he said he was just too intimidated. He was a little afraid to. And his group of friends started coercing him into, riding the bike. So he finally gets on the bike and he starts driving it, and he takes off down the road. And it wasn't about an hour or so, and time went by, and his friends are like, "Where's this guy? It's been like an hour already." And the guy gets back with the bike, and it's all scratched up along the side, just banged up. And the guy's friends are like, "What happened, man? What happened?" He's like, I crashed. I bailed out on the bike. I had to have somebody pick it up and get it back on the road, and I came back. So the guy pulls the bike into the garage and parks it there and leaves it there, and he refuses to get back on the bike. And after so long, his friend, he's like, "Hey, why don't you just get back on the bike, man? Start cruising on it, So after a while, he finally decides, yeah, I'll try it out. And then he gets back on the bike, and he starts driving it around, and he really enjoys it. And then, he takes the bike everywhere after that. And I had a revelation about all this. It made me think that sometimes the calling God has for our life seems daunting. It seems like too big of a task. And then when we try to do the calling, we fail and we mess up. We mess up on God. And then we put it away and totally forget about it. Until someone finally comes back along and says, "Hey man, you need to get back at it. You need to keep trying." Now believe me, when you go back at it with all your effort, and believe that you're going to have a breakthrough, and believe that you're going to do the will of God no matter how hard it is to overcome this giant, this mountain in our life, you're going to witness the calling of God on your life come to fruition. Do not assume that because the task that God has for you seems too big, that you can't do it, because you have a God behind you that is able abundantly above anything you could ask or think or even imagine. So believe that God is going to exceed your expectations, and pursue with all your heart. God bless each and every one of you. I hope this message blesses you.